All right. Okay, so my name is Justin Panetta, and for today, we'll be doing a short crash tutorial on Wireshark. Since this is a very important tool both in networking and cybersecurity. So for the objectives of this short video, first is to be able to utilize a packet sniffer tool, which is Wireshark, and the second is to study the different features, functionalities, and limitations of a packet sniffer tool. Right, so prerequisites, we need to have Wireshark installed in our machine. So actually, Wireshark is not limited to Windows, but for this particular session, um, we are using Windows and we have internet. Okay, so there's a cheat sheet. So in cybersecurity, we know that a lot of the tools have its corresponding cheat sheet. So the cheat sheet can be found in this link, which will also be shared in the description of this video. Okay, so um, the other prerequisite is that you have some working knowledge on networks. So like the OSI and um, the three-way handshake and all the basic network stuff. Okay, so I'm just here to show you the functionality of Wireshark, how it works, and how to save and read some of the packet capture. So the task, the first is to check the three-way handshake. So you open the Wireshark application, okay, and then choose the working interface. Okay, so this may vary on the network connection that you have. So if you don't have Wireshark yet, you go here to wireshark.org and you can download it. It's free. Okay, so it's not it's a non-profit. Okay, support open system, open source packet analysis by making donation. So if you want, you can donate, but it's free. So just a quick background: it's the world's foremost network protocol analyzer. So in the books, in um, at work, you will be using Wireshark, okay, to capture the packets as they pass through the network and going out or going in, and even the east and west traffic. You'll be able to sniff it, and then you'll be able to um, go into detail. So from the high level IP and the ports, and then to the data or to the information carried by the packet. Right, so that's the quick background there. So if it's the first time that you're downloading Wireshark, you just install it and then follow through the steps and then choose the default installations. I think you need to install also a packet capture, a separate packet capture application, okay, that will work together with Wireshark. Okay, so there. So once you have downloaded it, you can run it here. So just run Wireshark. So according to our instruction here, you choose the working interface. So if you're using wireless, you look for the wireless or the Wi-Fi. You know, if you're using connecting through cable to your LAN, you choose the Ethernet. So you can check if you're using virtual machine, you can use VM. So here you can see that um, there's a movement going on, meaning there's traffic detected in the Wi-Fi connection. So you can check it out. So you have to choose the right interface, no, before you can for you to be able to capture um, the right packets. So there, and then once you turn it on, you just click here, the start capturing packets to capture the packets. Okay, or we call it starting a new session. Okay, so here the goal here is to go to a website called apc.edu.ph. So um, And the first task is to be able to check the three-way handshake. So what is the three-way handshake? Just a review. So if the connection is TCP, right? In layer 4 it's TCP. There has to be a three-way handshake, right? Or establishing a connection. And how do you do that? You see if there is a and acknowledge. So these are the flags that you use to ensure that there is a connectivity between the source and the destination. It has to complete a three-way handshake for TCP connections. And here, because you are using HTTP, right, you're going to www.apc.ed.ph, and if you click on it, click the link, it will go to HTTP, right? And in the browser, HTTP uses TCP. So you have to see handshakes. No? So that's how the TCP protocol works. No? So let's start the so let's go here, and then let's paste it here, right? Okay, but before we press enter, we have to start the session. So start, and then it will collect something, and then you can stop the session here. All right, so these are the information collected. Now what we want to see is the three-way handshake. That's the goal. So how do we do that? So we have to resolve, no, the IP address used by APC. So APC that ph. So how do we know the IP? We go to the command prompt, right? And then check the IP here. So it will resolve the IP. So it's 18.142.71.56. Right. So here we can filter it out here. No? So all of the IP. Now, what are the commands to filter the traffic? So we can go in the cheat sheet here. Then you can see some of the IP addresses here. So Wireshark filter by IP, it's IP.addr equals and then the IP. So let's go back here. Let's try IP.addr. Oh, it looks like it's pre. Okay, so it's there now. So IP.addr equals 18.142.71.56. Press enter, and then see. So here's the connection. No? So it says here that um, the first one is the scene. This is the scene, right? So it means that our computer, which is 192.168.100.4, it's a private IP going outbound to the APC website. So that's the first part of the handshake. That's why it's seen, right? Okay, going to port 443 because it's HTTPS, right? So we go here out, and then the next would be SYNAC, okay, from APC website going to our machine. So it means it's acknowledging the initial connection, right? And then the last would be our machine, the 192.168.100.4 acknowledges the traffic to or the flag to APC. So that's the three-way handshake. So we have to see seen, ack, and ack. Um, and so the connection is outbound, the first outbound, and then inbound, and then outbound again. So so this is the first task. Okay. All right. So let's see. So we're able to see the same thing here. Sin, ack, and ack. Okay. Now the second task, actually, the second part is to check the traffic in clear text. Now in security, this is what we do to prove that the traffic or the protocol that we should be using is a secure protocol, right? So if it's using HTTP by default, all the traffic is in clear text. But if you're using HTTPS, then it's transmitting traffic using encryption, right, or securely. In other words. So the first one is this website. So we go here. Before I forget, so even if you put here, okay, so HTTP um, apc.edu.ph, it is forcing the connection to HTTPS, right? Even if you type HTTP, so it will force the connection to be secured, right? So that's a good thing for websites now. Okay, now we now go here to this um, website of a vulnerable website called testphp.vulnweb.com, just to test and prove that um, the traffic is sent in clear text. Okay, so we start the session again here, and then let's just continue without saving because this is just a demo. Okay, so continue without saving. Okay, so let's go here. Okay, so let's try. No, so please use the username test and the password test. Okay, so let's see, test, another one test, and then okay, all right, access. All right, let's see, and then let's stop the connection. All right, let's open the filter. So we have so many packets collected here. All right, now there is a specific instruction here. Okay, so we did this, input the test and test, and then we start the sign in, we stop the capture. Now there is an instruction here saying you type the following: http that request that method is equal to post. Okay, what does it mean? And so in HTTP, in summary, there are different methods that you can use. So if you want to send data going to the server, if you want to pull in data, if you want to make diagnostics, and so on, if you're going to use remote access or VPN, so there are different methods that can be used if you're using HTTP. And when you send information going to the server, similar to what we did, login information, we use post. So here, okay, so we use post. Right? So HTTP that request that method that is equal to post. And none. Hold on. HTTP request that method equals post. And then it will filter, of course, the traffic. So we see one. So it's an outbound traffic from our machine. And this 44.228.249.3 looks like the test PHP that vulnweb no, dot com user info.php. I think it's the same here, right? User info.php, it's the same. Now we check the um, traffic. So we go and hit the right click here and choose follow and then choose TCP stream. So here we'll be able to see the contents of the packet, and we will be able to see the credentials that was passed to the server. In this case, it's the parameter name is uname for username, which is test, and password is equal to test. And then the response is okay now. But here you will be able to see that okay, the communication is um, sent or was transmitted in clear text or plain text, which is bad, right? All right. What's next? So let's go to the next task, no? To sniff encrypted traffic. So here we say that so we have to prove now that if you use HTTPS, that the traffic that um, you are sending is encrypted. No? So we just have to go here, check. Okay. This particular, it's the same as a sign in page. Okay, so let's see. Okay, and then we can put um, some credentials here, and then let's move. And then let's start capturing again. Continue without saving. At APC. All right. Credentials do not match our records, and then we can stop. Right. So here, and then we can check the flags again. We'll see a lot. Okay. And then we can see that, let's see if there is HTTP that request that method is equal to post. None, because it's using HTTPS, right? So again, let's try to resolve this. What is the IP? Let's see. All right. It looks like the IP is this one. Let's see. It's the 13.213. Okay. 13.213.70. Okay. This is it. So it looks like all of the traffic is encrypted. So this is the application data. Let's see. Let's follow the TCP stream. So it looks like this. All right. Let's go back here. All right. So sorry, the outbound traffic. You can see. Okay. So it looks like all of the traffic here is encrypted. So it means it's secured, no? Which is good, and that's what we want. So when we have findings like this, so we say that your traffic is in clear text, we have to show it, no? So similar to our example a while ago, and this is how we validate that the traffic indeed is really um in secure mode, no, or encrypted. Okay, so very good. Okay, now let's see other requirements here, other tasks. Okay, so here we say we have to ping. Okay, ping google.com, and then you have to see how Wireshark records the traffic. Okay, let's see. So let's do it. Ping google.com, and then start. Continue without saving. Ping.google. Right. Okay. Then stop. Then okay. So do we have a? I think this is the one, no? The 142.251.220.238. So I think this is it, no? So look at this. So we have an outbound traffic going to Google, and it's using the protocol ICMP request, no? Echo request. So actually, it's saying that you're using ping here, and then we saw the response from from Google. I'm sorry. So you will see a reply here, okay? An inbound traffic, which is sending a reply. So it says echo ping reply to our machine 192.168.100.4. Okay. So and we'll see. So multiple activities. So we have one, two, three. So it happened four times. So similar here. So one, two, three, four, four times. Okay. So but we can also filter the traffic based on protocol also. So we just check it here. um, um, what do we have to use here? We cannot search, no? Okay, so you can check the you can filter, no, by IP, source IP, destination IP, multiple IP, subnet port. All right, host name, set wi- uh, filter, and then protocol. Let's see. Let's try protocol. Is there a protocol? How do we ICMP? Or I can just put ICMP. Think we can just put ICMP and it will appear ICMP here. Yeah. Okay. And okay, let's go to the last instruction. Filtering to use Wireshark to filter all HTTP traffic from your IP address. Okay. So how do we do that? So again, we can use test PHP that one web. Hold on. All right. So let's press some. Okay, so we have a lot of categories. Let's see. Let's make some traffic here. Then stop. Okay, so we can say all HTTP traffic. So we use the first we have to filter coming from our IP address. This 192.168.100.4. Okay, and HTTP. That should work. No? So all of the traffic will be filtered HTTP, and then which includes our IP. All right. So I think these are some of the things that you can do when you use Wireshark. So you can do a lot of filtering. So the query that you used is important, no? To get the right results. So you have to um, plan it, okay, and test it, and then check if you're getting the right information. Okay, so Wireshark is really a really useful and important tool for your security and network um, analysis and testing. Okay, all right. Thank you, and hope this helps.